So, yeah, right. So, first and foremost, when I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashemi, Oshai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash, we say them on Apostle and elders agreements on the Bible, teachers of apostles in the truth, and we see salutations for the Akim, we say the pushing the word in our truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season and season, we say Shalom. And once again, going into our video here, and this basically touching upon a dream that I had, right? Now, as you can see, I put up on the screen, the pictures that I have on the screen is just literally people running in a city. Because going back to what I say, to the spirit, I got a dream where I was going through a building, right? Going through a building and going through this particular building, it have a whole set of people in it, like real people, they're working. So basically, they're working inside this building, like one of them big, tall cell towers, them cold towers where there's real people inside, right? So it had plenty people inside, one or two people that I know in the world that was working inside of there, right? Now, while going through the building, right, everybody was trying to hide something, just trying to keep back something, trying to hide something, stopping our broadcast from going out, right? And while walking through the building, one girl, I should say, right, she literally ran out and she started coughing, and when she started coughing, she bent over and she started coughing up blood. You understand? Blood, to the fact where she started bring up stuff from inside her stomach. You started to see like little flesh and so forth. Like a sickness was spreading. Right? Now with that happened, they were still trying to the heads that were inside the building, they were still trying to hide it. Right? And it started to get contagious, where the fact where other people started to get sick. Right now, I was in midst, and even I myself was checking to see if I would have gotten sick, and I was not getting sick, right? But everybody else around me was getting. So basically it was the Lord watching over me, right? But as I said, I watched myself to see if I was getting sick, if I was getting symptoms, and I was not. But everybody, the shit was so contagious that everybody else inside the building was getting it. Some was panicking, some was running out the building, because now you're seeing blood all over, people starting coughing up, right? And while leaving the building, now I left the building, coming outside, it was literally everybody. It was outside was like chaos, cars crashing here, people running. It was like nighttime. The place was dark, like dark, but people was running on the streets, just like in the pit, you see them running, cars crashing here, fire there. There's literally like panic mode going on outside, right? Literally panic mode. You seen people who catch sickness, they're on the ground dying, right? Seen blood on the ground, other stuff going on now. I'm trying to keep the dream as short. I just basically running through the main stuff here, right? And you just see now other stuff happening, right? As I said, the people on the streets running, like real chaos, like how you will see a chaotic scene in a movie. That when I came outside, that was what was happening. Whereas inside the buildings, right? Inside the building, they were trying to hide certain things from coming in or going out, to the fact where when it happened, they themselves couldn't hide it no more, because now everything started to get contagious. The sickness started to get contagious. Now we know the time that we're in. You hear the wicked talking about what? Disease X, which is 20 times more worse than any other sicknesses from before, right? And all these things. Even when I came outside, the chaos that we were seeing, all these things were when I woke up and I started to study the dream, right? All these things is things that the Lord mentioned that's going to take place. So it's not going to be a good time. You understand? No matter where you look, no matter where it is you turn, one you might see sickness, you might see a disease, the next part you might see the sword, the next part you might see those kind of chaos and so forth. People believe that the time we come into, they're going to be safe. You understand that they're going to be saved. People would help them and so forth. That's not that literally what's not going to take place, right? This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 15. let me read from verse 4. It say, for all the unfaithful, matter of fact, let me read from verse 1. It say, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I'll put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? So it says, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And again, every day we go into the scriptures and speak the words of prophecy, because that's what we have to do. Warn only about the things to come. Right? And there are many things written and foretold to come unto you all. Many things. Right? Let's say verse 3. It say, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, right, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. It say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. For all unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5. It say, behold, said the Lord, I'll bring plagues upon the world. Right? So this is what the Lord saying. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. So this is what the Lord say he will bring. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that is what going to hit this place. As I said, it was inside, and a disease hit inside. People was coughing up blood. Sickness, when I run outside and I saw what was going on. Now remember, as I said, inside, like there was blocking all certain things from coming, because it was a big building, like a call center. That I said, like a new site, like those kind of buildings, with a majority of people inside, and they were hiding certain stuff from leaving. But outside was already in panic mode. Outside was already chaotic. When I came outside to see what's going on outside, I see a whole set of people running. Just as I said, just this picture is like a perfect, because as I said, it was dark. People was running, people screaming. It was one of those scenes that they see in the movies, right? And it say, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So that is where it is coming. It say, for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And that is what's going on. Wickedness had exceedingly polluted this whole earth. This whole earth is filled by wickedness. Right? So we feel it is going to come to this place, to this wicked place. It could never be nothing good. It can never be nothing nice. We say, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Now let me go down a little bit. Right, so continuing here. It say, I'm going to go to... I'm going to read 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. It say, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him. Right? For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So that is the deliverance that you all going to get. Death and destruction, as I said. Where some people believe that they were safe inside, outside was worse. But inside was not exempted from what it was happening. Shit was taking place. Right? Just like these scenes here, people running and so forth. Just in the dream, it was more Jakes. You understand? So it say, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivered he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Right? So now, and that is the thing. Now, let's see if I got an extra here. See if I got a scripture here. This is Matthew chapter 24. I'll go read from verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Right? Just give me a minute here. One second here. When you look up the word pestilence, it say a fatal epidemic disease. It say especially bubonic plague, so it's basically going into a disease, a fatal one as that. It say it's a pestilence, denoting something morally corrupting. They say a plague. It say pestilence means a deadly and overwhelming disease that affects an entire community, right? So you get the gist of it. It say, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It say, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So the Lord tell us about pestilences that coming. You understand? Now, even as I said, it started with a pestilence because the first person ran in front of everybody, started like vomiting, but vomiting blood, and certain things from inside her body was coming out. You know that how bad it was, right? And now people set a panic inside, and as I said, you know, they tried to hide it, but they couldn't, right? So the spread. Now when I left from inside and come outside, it was literally already panic mode on the outside, or stuff was already happening on the outside that we didn't know that we inside didn't know, right? So you see, and again, you see all these things that they talk about, pestilences, they say talk about uproars, talk about all these things. So no matter where it is it turn to, something would be happening, something would be taking place, right? And we coming into this time, you hear them talking about disease X. You know, I was reading something about the Super Bowl weekend. Some reporter was stating that he not going because he afraid something. He afraid something is going to take place, because there's a list of cities where mentioned that at any moment something could happen. Right now, all these things is things that happening around the world. We're just not in those good times, right? That's why you see plenty of the brothers when they get the dreams, the visions is about, you know, one of the things mentioned here. It's always about the end, because that is just the time that we're in. You understand? So you say, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All say earthquakes in diverse places. Say all these are the beginning of sorrows. So all this is just the beginning, because as I said, I don't think I said it in the early, but when I went inside the building, right, everybody was happy. You know, they were smiling, laughing, and then boom, all that turned to sorrow. All that turned to sorrow when shit started to take place. So the fact when I come outside, it was so chaotic on the outside that people were screaming, bawling, shit on fire. This one running here, so this one on the ground dying, you know, like shit was hey. So all these are the beginning of sorrows. So don't feel you're going and be safe from the judgment that's going to take place upon this earth. Because there are many things written to happen to these people. They talk about famine, they talk about pestilence, they talk about earthquakes, they talk about uproars, you know. They talk about many other things. The scripture also mentioned that a man go run into your home, you know, take what you have, a man will kill you. These are the kind of things, you know. To the fact where even the scriptures say that you would desire to see another man, because that is to show the stuff that would be happening, that they wouldn't be able to see anybody. Right? So hey, you know what? Hey, the scripture says to watch and pray. Right? Watch and pray. So we're to continue to do these things, because again, every single day you're hearing something new. Every single day you're seeing something new. Every day some information coming out. You know? And again, that's just the time that we're in. Right? That's just the time that we're in. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. We said, apostles and elders, agreements and reward our teachers, our apostles in the truth, And we see salutations, so the Akama, so they pushing the word in no truth and sincerity day in and day out in a conciliation season and season, we say, Shalom.